Hey, so I just heard a Bashar on TikTok about when you are being authentically yourself, you're offering a chance for other people who may not be, which is fine. That's their path and journey, right? To authentically be themselves, essentially. I'm not gonna like paraphrase it very well, but the gist of it was when you're not authentically yourself, you're removing that experience, that example from somebody else. And the reason why these people get so upset when you're authentically yourself is because it kind of triggers that they're not being authentically themselves, which led me to think, well, what does that truly even mean, right? And I'm on this journey of self-discovery, like self-everything. So it's like, what does that mean to be like your truest, most authentic self? And what does it mean to not be? For me, it like my mind is just blown with the whole thing, because I think I've always just been me. I mean, I don't know, like, do other people and this is not to look down upon or put anybody down. I'm truly trying to understand and like navigate this in my mind, because aren't we just ourselves anyways? Like, we're being who we think we're being in the moment. And this is where my mind really gets tripped up on a lot of different subjects. I touch my hair and face a lot. I know I move all the time, and that's just me. So when I hear of people not being themselves or putting, like, there's a lot of TikTok about masks and this and that, and it's like, I'm curious. I want to understand it, right? People confuse the fuck out of me, honestly. Not always, sometimes. Depends also how grounded I am in myself and what's going on in my world around me. But I mean, I've always just been me. I mean, I've been different versions of me. So what does that mean? That being me triggers other people who aren't being themselves. But if I'm being me at every level, aren't those people being themselves at every level? It's like a conundrum, I think. I find it fascinating. Like, there's been a lot of talk on TikTok with different readers and memes and this and that, and about, like I said, masks and people hiding who they truly are. Like, I mean, my God, I don't, go around to every person exposing my soul. I mean, there's levels of intimacy, right? There's levels of being vulnerable. I'm realizing, even in this situation where people are watching me in my home, I'm realizing that I'm able to be vulnerable, even knowing that there's people watching me. Even though it's obviously against my will. I did not welcome anybody to invade my privacy, right? I mean, I've welcomed people in my home, and somehow, maybe they were the ones that took advantage of it, and I don't know. Anyways, it's not the point of the video that I'm trying to make. I am truly curious. I mean, do people put a front and try to be something else? Is that what that means? The only thing I can kind of trace it back to for myself, because I like to really keep my experience, and when I speak about me and my journey, is that when I cheated on my wife, it's like I was living a double life. I didn't even know who the fuck I was at that time. Oh my God. It was like living a double life. So is that what they mean by like a mask? Like at home I was trying to be like one thing and hide this secret. It's weird, right? I don't know. Or is Bashar talking about like people in certain circumstances project themselves one way, but isn't that just being human? I am not going to act this. I think I touched on this in a different video. I'm different every day, right? Yesterday I woke up fucking singing, dancing, having a great time. It was fun, full of energy. my day unfolded. I was processing a lot with my brother's death a few years back, and grief comes up. So it's like life is very fluid, and I'm learning just to be still. I mean, flow with it is what I'm saying, but be still and let things evolve. I'm really in a different energy than I think I've ever been in my life, where I'm allowing things just to be and come up, and not really having an agenda, which LA Marathon is going to be here, and I'm going to not be trained for it whatsoever, even worse than last year. Last year I was severely undertrained, and I did it. I was hoping to finish in 6, maybe 6.5, considering I hadn't trained. And I did it in 7:47. This year, if I do it in 8, great. I mean, my first Ironman attempt, I was on my bike for 9 hours. So, I mean, I know I can do it. I know I have the stamina. And the fucking crazy had to be out there, like, doing physical activity for that long. Yeah, I'm going to give that one my best go and see how it ends up. If I get, I hate to even say that, if I give up, because it's going to be a mental mind fuck. I'm going to tell you, I'm projecting that it very well might be a mental mind fuck. Because last year was when I was queued in the bathroom line for 20 fucking minutes. Yeah, but what do you do, right? There's what do you do when you got to go to the bathroom? I had held it, and I was so uncomfortable. Anyways, I think I got really off topic there. And anyone who's not accustomed to poop talk or urine talk, anything, sorry, but as a triathlete and a runner, it's like just common practice. I talk about poop a lot, and bathroom functionality and whatever. I got over that shyness real quick when I got into sports. I used to be really embarrassed to even talk about any kind of bodily function. And here I am recording myself talking about masturbation and self-discovery, which I think is so beautiful for my self-growth. Maybe all kids are embarrassed about, we'll just leave masturbation out of that part, but about bodily functions like urinating and defecating and stuff like that. I would be embarrassed to even tell my friends, like, I had a stomach ache or I needed to use the bathroom. God forbid, oh my God, I have to poop. I mean, we all do it, right? So I don't know. I was always embarrassed to talk about stuff like that. And I think it's a beautiful transformation for me to sit here and be able to fucking post shit on YouTube about my bodily functions. Yeah. Back to authenticity, right? I guess that's as authentic as you can get, maybe. I don't know. So I'm really finding during these times about being vulnerable with myself, with my best friend. It's like really just having no filter in a sense. Would I prefer it if people weren't invading my privacy? Yeah, absolutely. I think it's illegal. Pretty sure it is. And yeah, and I didn't intend to talk about, this is so weird. I didn't intend to talk about that at all. But maybe that's why I'm on here. Fuck, I don't know. So I'm just going to go with the flow because this is life unfolding in the moment. So this whole privacy thing, I'm finding that for me, I mean, I'm not diligently fucking researching shit every fucking day. I'm living my life. I'm being productive. I'm doing my creative things and doing work and this and that. But the information hasn't been substantial, and what can anybody do, right? That's where I'm at like a loss. Like, what can anybody do? Like, what if I don't have, like, you know what? I'm just going to stop there. I'm not going to give it any more energy because I think I'm giving it way too much energy. And you know what? I deserve better. So I apologize for the abrupt stop and the abrupt shift. But I deserve better. I deserve to think about things that make me feel good. Welcome to life unfolding, I guess, and me processing in the moment of how I can do better for myself. Because to perpetuate this thinking, It's not healthy. Even though I'm trying to like uncover and figure things out and navigate this weird, fucked up situation. So let's move on. So authenticity, and vulnerability and masks. Like I don't understand the like masks. I just am who I am. From my perspective, I am who I am. I'm not portraying anything other than, I'm not trying to be somebody else. Like, so I'm curious, and it's no disrespect to anybody at all who does what I'm saying and what I'm hearing on TikTok. I am genuinely curious, because I don't have a degree in psychology, as I've stated before, but I am curious about psychology very much. Why are we the way we are? Why do we do what we do? It's fascinating. Like, I don't have children, but I often think, if I had children, would I parent them the same as I was parented? Would I parent them differently? That shifted rather quickly as well. It's all about like personality and upbringing, and this might be a really short video. I don't know. I don't need to talk for 30-40 minutes every time, and I get that. So what does that mean, to put on a mask? I mean, does that mean if I hide pieces of myself from certain groups of people that I'm wearing a mask? Or I'm just not divulging? Like, I'm not going to spew my like guts onto the floor, although I am open to being that vulnerable, which is weird. Yeah, it's weird. So let me know your thoughts.